What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me. Not exactly on the run, getting things done. I'm out here just getting some grub. It's not exactly late night because I'm able to get my food from this fish place that I go to. It's a couple that I go to. You know, I'm here in Detroit. We surrounded by water, the Great Lakes, so there's a lot of these you buy, we fry places around. The one that I normally go to, Mr. Fish, shout out to them. If you're from Detroit, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Right over there by Gratiot, the Eastern Market. They was about to close soon, so they wasn't taking no orders anymore. So I came around here even deeper onto the east side, which I normally don't really come this way. But this other place, Kingfish, they stay open later, so I'm just over here waiting on my food. Now I just got that order in. Got that whiting sandwich on the way, y'all. But enough about me. Let's get into the topic at hand. We got Dr. Umar. I seen a video of a young lady who she was making a very convincing claim for being his daughter. Now, I don't know how true this is, but listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, the girl sounded mad convincing. She had, like, I don't know, a confidence about herself when she was speaking that just really had me like, I don't know, man. We gonna have to see how this develops. She was painting him out to be a deadbeat dad. I really hope that's not true, because Dr. Umar is one of them pandering types of dudes that y'all know I don't really care for. Every now and then he'll say something that makes sense, but mostly he is always pandering to the women, no accountability. You know, just y'all know the pandering types. Nothing is ever the black woman's fault. It's always the black man. Now, I think that us as black men shoulder the bulk of the responsibility because we are supposed to be the leaders, and we have by and large not been. Now that's changing, but over the last, I'd say 40 years for real, maybe even 50 years, black men have stepped back and allowed women to be the leaders of the community, and that's one of the reasons why we have a lot of the problems that we have now. I'm not gonna say it's black women's fault that they've raised some of these soft boys, these very zesty boys that can't control their emotions. I'm gonna say this is largely the father's fault, because the fathers are supposed to be around to raise their boys into being productive young men. So I'm not gonna say that the women hold no responsibility. Of course they do, but we're in the United States of America. No child ends up making it the whole way if the woman doesn't want it. So you have a lot of women that are making a choice to be a single mom, and that's where I say they have to be held accountable. It's like, oh, well, you could do this, you could do that. Yes, I can. But ultimately, don't the women love to say that my body, my choice stuff? So you're making a choice. I'm at fault, you at fault. It's not just all on me, because if you don't want it, if you don't want something to happen, it's not going to happen. There's over 30 forms of contraception for women. There's also 2 morning after pills. There's a lot that women have access to prevent, to prevent slip-ups, basically. I'm not going to say access, to prevent slip-ups, okay? Yeah, let's just go with that one. So he's always pandering to the women. It's always the black man's fault. You know, everything about the black woman and their problems is the black man's fault. And I never agree with that, because I think that that's silly, that when things are going good, you get all the credit, but, you know, you're strong and independent. You don't need no man. But when things are bad, it's always the black man's fault. You can't have it both ways. You can't take credit for when you make decisions on your own and they go good, but when your bad decisions when your bad decisions come back and bite you, you somehow are looking for a way to blame men. No, you have to own your choices, good and bad. So we'll see what happens with this. She was basically saying that she's not talking to him. He doesn't call her. He doesn't come see her. She makes attempts to reach out to him. She doesn't want clout. And I believe that. She didn't really seem like she wanted clout. She genuinely came off, in my opinion, as a young lady who has a very visible father, and he's available for everybody but her. That's the vibes I got off. I could be reading into it a bit much. We'll see. But that's just what I got from it. Like, I got a father out here that's very visible, personality, media personality type. He's a self-proclaimed voice of the black community and is always doing all this preaching about what black men could do better, this and that. Meanwhile, I'm out here, I'm his child, and he not doing none of that stuff for me. All of the condemning that he's doing of different black men, he out here doing the very stuff he's condemning. All the standing up for your children and leading, he not doing that in his own house. And that's why I say, y'all, you got to be careful. I mean, this is all alleged, of course, but you got to be careful who you choose to look up to, because oftentimes these people, it's just a grift. They're not living the way that they're preaching, nowhere even close. Wouldn't it be crazy? Because Dr. Umar, he's pro-black, of course. So he says, I'm almost waiting. Now, I don't wish this for him, because this would really be the end for him. But I'm almost waiting for that day where he get exposed for messing with the snow bunnies when he always preaching against them. He is always down with the snow bunnies. He says that all the time. He doesn't like interracial dating. He's very, choose you a black queen, those types. And, that's cool. But because so often these guys end up getting exposed for doing the opposite of what they be preaching, I'm wondering if there will come a day where some receipts are produced that show he been out here rolling in the snow. And the reason why I think this, and this is unrelated to him, but how many times have we seen politicians be against, PDF files? Basically, you guys get what I'm saying, because I'm trying to keep it YouTube friendly, but they be so against PDF files, and then they get exposed, for sending text messages, inappropriate text messages to teenage girls and stuff. It really makes you wonder if that's the type of time that he on, because I be seeing these dudes be going so hard against, the zesty community, and then it turns out they got some secret boyfriend somewhere. Again, I don't want this for him. I really don't. And it's not because I'm a fan of his, because I'm not. I don't want this for him because I know that would effectively end him. I mean, this might end him, honestly, if this turns out to be true, with him being a deadbeat dad, but condemning black men like they ain't got it together. But we'll see what happens, y'all. I'm going to continue to wait here for my food. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.